Hey, this is Tristan at Hip Cooks in West Los Angeles, and today I'm going to show you how to cook tofu. So there are lots of different types of tofu. The best type, I think, for easy cooking and pan frying is a super firm or extra firm. And this one came in a vacuum pack seal. Sometimes you might find them in little cartons that have water around them. A couple things about tofu. One, really high in protein, so if you're a vegetarian, this is a great source. Also, if you are trying to stay away from red meats and stuff because of the saturated fat but want the protein intake, tofu is good for that. As far as safety and cooking with tofu, it does, I guess, grow bacteria pretty easily. So you want to keep it in a clean environment. If you don't use the whole block of tofu, put it in fresh water in a tight container so that the bacteria doesn't grow. And I would only keep it once it's opened in your fridge for probably 3 or 4 days. You'll see the bacteria grow. It gets a nice pink color. Yum, gross. And it'll start to stink. Okay, so what to do with the tofu? Okay, so with tofu, out of the package, and either vacuum packed or in the little carton, there will be water around those, so that can just be thrown away. You want your tofu to be dried off because we are going to be pan frying in a saute pan. So, nice and dry. While I'm cutting it, I'm going to be heating up the oil. I want my pan to be nice and hot because we're kind of frying the tofu. So I'd say this is about, I don't know, 3 tablespoons of oil. Use whatever kind of oil you want. So we're aiming for little cubes of tofu because that just seems very tofu-like. And again, go for uniformity. Not like right there, so that they cook evenly. So tofu goes really well with vegetables. Once we have that sauteed, we can just add steamed vegetables and sauce. Yummy. But let's get to cooking that first. Okay. Little magic squares. You can see this extra firm tofu is kind of squishy, it doesn't fall apart, it's nice. The firm stuff tends to fall apart a little bit, and never buy silken unless you're making some kind of soup or something. So for sauteing your tofu and to get it nice and crunchy, an outer crunchy layer, you don't want to pack your pan with tofu because anytime you're wanting to fry or brown, because we're kind of browning the tofu here, you want there to be enough area around the tofu that it doesn't start to steam. So you might have to do it in 2 batches, which I believe I'm going to be doing this in 2 batches. All right, so just make sure they're all separated here. That we can do the second. And we'll want to let it sit, not stir it, because we want to get each side browned. So that'll sit for about a minute, and then I'll mix them up and we'll get the other sides browned. Alrighty, the tofu has been flipped on all sides, 6 sides actually, so it's nice and browned. I'll give it a little seasoning of salt in the pan and consider that good. Now, alrighty. And that's how to cook tofu. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. If there are any other dishes you'd like to see me prepare, please send an email to request@mahalo.com, and in the meantime, check out our other cooking videos.